This is the final for my English 102 class. I will just go ahead and get this started. My name is on the current slide. This presentation is over the negative effects on children with drug-addicted parents. I actually chose this topic because it is a very personal and sensitive topic to me. I have lots of experience and knowledge within this topic. That is actually due to me being one of the children we will be discussing in this actually. So let's get started. An ongoing issue, parental drug use affecting children. The underlying effects on children who are victims to drug-addicted parents is an issue that deserves the appropriate recognition. This issue is not something that is frequently talked about. Everybody seems to talk mostly about the drug users themselves and not necessarily the family that they also affect, especially their children. Children of all ages suffer every day due to decisions made by their parents. This is very obvious due to children cannot make their own decisions. That is the purpose of them having parents. These serious effects placed upon these children include serious mental health issues, such as severe anxiety and depression, the development of ADHD, suicidal thoughts, and many, many more mental health conditions. These effects can also become physical when parents abuse their children, whether they are under the use of drugs, malnourishment, lack of everyday care, not having a bath, brushing their hair, are all forms of abuse. If a parent is not present while they are away using drugs, incarcerated, those types of things. This issue does not need time to increase, for it needs to diminish quickly and effectively. This is all for the sake and livelihood of the children who this issue affects. So the solution to this: replace incarceration with rehabilitation for parents who are drug users. This solution only applies to those who use or are addicted to drugs and who have children. Children will have a better chance at regaining a healthy relationship with their parent or parents who are drug users if their said parents are able to go into a rehabilitation program rather than incarceration. This applies to any parent who has been convicted of a drug crime or turns themselves in order to receive help. Incarceration does not give these drug users who are parents an opportunity to become better parents or aid in ridding their addiction. This just means that while they are incarcerated, there is no way for them to learn how to become better parents. They are usually in the same daily routine, things like that. The purpose of rehabilitation is for them to learn how to do both, how to become clean of drugs, help them learn to become better parents. That is the main goal here. Here is a chart. This is published in, I believe it's California's analysis database. The very top dark line is the number of children with incarcerated fathers. The very first etched line, the darkest one, is the children with incarcerated mothers. As you can see, the number of incarcerated fathers is much larger than mothers, but either way, whether it's a mother or a father, these still do affect children. In order for the solution to go as planned, there will need to be funding. Taxpayers spend a lot of money for incarceration. It should be put toward the cost of the rehabilitation program instead. This solution will not increase costs for any party involved. That includes the individual itself, the justice system, taxpayers, the facility, things like that. In California of the year 2019, the cost for one inmate was approximately $81,000 that said year. That is a salary that most people wish that they made these days. And that money was put towards one inmate in California. Facilities available. Federal, state, local facilities will have to be available for drug users to rehabilitate and receive their aid in becoming free of drugs, along with becoming better parents. This, like I said, this is all the main goal, is to provide a better likelihood of success and a healthy lifestyle for their children who are affected by their drug use. That is the main goal. That does not mean that the drug user themselves are not important at all, because they are. Their life is just as important as the child's life, but the effects on the children are a lot greater in some point of views. Like any other solution, this one is not fully comprehensible. There's always a concern that is the same in any other type of situation as well. There is a possibility that not all who go into the required rehabilitation program complete it successfully. Whether they commit a crime while they were there, they find a way around it, a loophole, things like that. In the event that a person is not able to complete the program, then he or she must be incarcerated. This is obviously worst case scenario. This is not the idea here. This is not what is planned. This is what we're trying to avoid, is incarceration. But this solution will be effective overall. This solution targets the source of drug use and lack of parental skill, unlike other impasse solutions such as incarceration. The use of rehabilitation facilities will clean up the lifestyles of parents and give them and their child or children a better overall life. That is the main goal here. Every child deserves to be with their parent who is able to care and provide for them properly. This solution will make that possible. The overall plan here is to rid these negative effects on children. That is the purpose for parents to go into these rehab facilities, to become clean and to become better parents, to lessen those effects that were mentioned in the very first slide. But overall, this is the main goal. And this last slide, you will see my citations. The very top one, it is in relation to the chart, and the second one relates to the $81,000 in costs for taxpayers to imprison a California inmate. But that is it. Thank you very much.